Hello, everyone. Hello, school board. My name is Mandy Green, Green. I am an epidemiologist. I'm a supporter of safe indoor air for Oregon schools, and I'm a mom of a 10th grader at Benson High School. We are so grateful for the newly remodeled Benson building. Benson has one of the most important air quality safety measures in place, air conditioning, that helps ensure school is safe during heat waves. But Benson is lacking something critical for aspects of air quality that are invisible, but just as crucial for health and safety. It is lacking an airflow report. The airflow report for Benson was done when Benson kids were at Marshall, so the Benson airflow report is actually a Marshall airflow report. Benson is not the only school that no longer has a usable airflow report. Lincoln's airflow report was done on the old building. There is no airflow report for the new Lincoln building. Access Academy was still co-located with Beverly Cleary when the airflow reports were done. There is no airflow report for Access Academy's new location in the Terwilliger building. Alliance High School's airflow reports were done on the Kenton and Meek buildings. There is no airflow report for the new Multiple Pathways to Graduation building that serves Alliance and other critical programs. There are 4 elementary and middle schools getting much-needed HVAC overhauls: Harrison Park Middle School, Bridger Creative Science, Kelly, and Lent. The airflow reports for these schools are on their old HVAC systems. These schools were also cited in the fall 2022 memo that was one of the previous leadership's frustrating responses to the Oregonian coverage of our poor ventilation rates. The memo stated that the planned HVAC overhauls would improve air quality in these schools. But all of these schools lack the measurements needed to verify whether their airflows have improved, stayed the same, or gotten worse. All of these schools lack the measurements needed to determine how much in-room filtration the rooms in these schools need to reach health-based benchmarks. It is understandable that people assume that HVAC overhauls and new buildings in PPS provide great air quality. But this assumption is ignorant of basic building science, and it is ignorant of our track record in PPS. I'll finish up my comment by pointing to McDaniel High School, an example of why we can't assume our bond projects result in good airflow and air quality. This is the airflow report for McDaniel's brand new building. 33 classrooms at McDaniel do not even get 3 air changes per hour from the HVAC system. 32 more only get between 3 and 6 air changes per hour. In room after room after room at McDaniel, the airflow is so low that it takes over an hour to clear out respiratory aerosols and other pollutants. And what about Benson, Lincoln, and the other new systems? We don't know because they have no airflow reports. Anyone saying that they have cutting-edge filtration rates have assumed that with no actual measurements. Thank you for the opportunity to comment.
Great, thank you.
We also have Sarah Silke, Deborah Cruz, and Jade Stoffen.
Yes, please.
Okay. My name is Sarah Silke, S-I-L-K-I-E. I have kids at Wells High School and at Access Academy. I am really excited that we are finishing up the modernization of our high schools, including Wells, which I went to and hasn't changed since then. I want to build on Mandy's comment and address 2 priorities that Safe Indoor Air for Oregon School has for bond projects. Before I address these 2 priorities, I want to do something that our group has not always been the best at doing, talking about where PPS has excelled in work on air quality. In 2021, district staff took the initiative to get airflow reports done on every building in the district. These reports are extremely valuable and powerful data. Our school district is unique in having this critical data on our ventilation rates. This data is still relevant and actionable for 79 buildings in the district. It gives us the opportunity to identify which rooms are falling short and by how much. It can be used to calculate expected carbon dioxide levels, and these reports can be used to determine what each room needs to meet healthy airflow targets and to make sure we leave no classroom behind in providing clean air to students and staff. I'm a PPS mom. I'm also a civil engineer. There's a really critical practice in engineering and building new buildings that these airflow reports fit into, and that is the practice of commissioning. Commissioning means that 1, we verify whether a building's HVAC system is installed according to design and specs. 2, we test the HVAC system's performance. And then 3, we optimize and balance that performance. A system is only as good as its actual operation. Doing these airflow reports is a practice we need to keep up as we continue building new buildings and installing new HVAC systems. This is our first ask. For Wells, for Cleveland, for Jefferson, and for all the schools Mandy listed, we are asking for a policy that we do airflow reports, or even better, a full public commissioning for our new school buildings. Our second ask is related to an air quality issue that SAFOS has not actually advocated on in the past, and that's because it's another area where PPS has previously done well. PPS has done a good job at using low VOC materials in new buildings. We are concerned that this practice is at risk right now. There have been recent discussions about 2 things. The first is the discussion about using cheaper building materials, and second, the discussion around whether or not to do LEED certification. Seeking out cheaper building materials combined with not doing LEED certification could easily destroy our good air quality practices around VOCs, volatile organic compounds. We could easily end up with building materials that are bad for air quality because they aren't formaldehyde free. We could end up with bottom of the barrel vinyl flooring that does a lot of off-gassing, which also degrades the flooring in the process. We could end up with sealants and adhesives that emit excess xylene, benzene, trichloromethane, and other similar toxic compounds. So our second ask is that we maintain the practice of specifying LEED Gold buildings. The LEED standard ensures that we build with safe materials regardless of cost. Thank you.